Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, it's Week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the New York Jets.
Cam Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
2 1-2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in Week 4. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Hall to start the drive. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Don't jump.
On first down, right back to Hall. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3. The Jets are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the tough 0-2 start, but come off a very important first win of the season last time out.
And it's tough when you find yourself in an early season crossroads, but that's exactly where they were. At 0-2, they were thinking if we fall to 0-3, things can spin out of control. But now at 1-2, they shouldn't feel the need to press out there.
Fields hit and the ball is loose. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolded.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Okay, ready?
Following the fumble recovery, Lawrence. That's complete. He finds Jaden Reed. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 39-yard line.
19, 18, 19 Lions.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and it's 3rd and short. You talk about this Jets defense.
They've been pretty solid against the pass, toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit at covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
From the gun on third down, Lawrence. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Cam Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Ran it last time, now Fields to throw. A short throw to Ingram.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
I like how they worked the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. All right. Go.
Here's Fields.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
You look at this Jaguar defense.
We know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
58, where's that? EQ!
Fields throwing again. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Fayasade. And the Jags are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
This defense for the Jets, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Go! 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 19
Lawrence going to move him around a bit.
Bronco 80. 18, Pioneer. 18, Rattler. 18, Rattler.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. They'll get this out to the flat for ETN. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Lawrence will throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
18 yards.
And the Jaguars.
And now they'll shift things around.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
And he stopped immediately there. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
Kennedy Lions. Mustang 19.
Now Lawrence. And it's caught. Touchdown Jaguars. Brian Thomas, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Well, they have to be loving this start to the first quarter.
Well, the way that they're going, I mean, you're talking about 2 touchdown drives already. They feel very confident and feel like they have all the answers in this game. They're 1 point away from going up 14-0. Maybe they press the advantage and go for 2.
The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0.
Cam Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Go.
They'll start on the ground. Hall. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Fields. Caught by Wilson. So the completion good for 6 yards. And 3rd and 8 now.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Here we we go. Hey, can. All right.
Fields. And he is caught. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go, son. 222. Tonight.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. And hang on here. We've got an injured player, and that's the running back, Breece Hall.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
Three yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set.
Here we go, tonight. Green 19, tonight. Hey, can. Tonight.
Now the former volunteer, it's Dylan Sampson.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Fields now to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
Don't jump. Ready? You got what? You got 330. Angel. Go.
To throw is Fields. Pass complete there to Harrison. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the 1st down at around the 22. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it.
Here we go, tonight. Green 19, tonight. Angel. Easy. Tonight.
They snap it to Fields. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
A gain of 12 yards. That's another Jets 1st down.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Running left, it's Hall. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well.
Here we go.
I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Right.
Now Fields on 3rd and goal. He'll try and do this himself. And this will be caught in the end
end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Evan Ingram from 6 yards away.
And the Jets are back within a score. Moody good with the extra point.
And that'll make our score 14-7.
14. Jets 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
8 yards.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Straight ahead, Etienne.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Cowboy, come 19, come 19.
From the shotgun, Lawrence.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Trap 60, trap 60. Street, street. Buffalo 18.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now Lawrence now going to move him around.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Dragon 60.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. It's caught inside the 25. A big play that time for Jacksonville. 43 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
60 by
Running out of the gun with Etienne.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter, 14-7.
Ready up. Ready up.
They'll run. This is Bashir Tootin.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
18 Cardinal. 19, 18. Steady.
A shotgun snap and again the ETN.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Travis Etienne, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jags go up by 2 touchdowns.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And the Jets, 1st down.
Back to throw, Fields.
A short throw to Ingram. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
A shotgun snap, Fields. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Ready? Blue 58, blue 58. Hey, can. Go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
A 47-yard attempt.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
Looking long for Thomas.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here we go.
Now it's Fields. Now he'll tuck this and run. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
You got what? You got. Here we go. You good? 321. Yep. Right.
Now Fields.
Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
Whoever with a dime looked on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Here we go. Move 58. Move 58. Right.
Out of the gun, Fields. He'll try and do this himself.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down.
19 windy. Right.
A final shot before the break. Fields.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Now Lawrence.
Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Reed. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And a Jaguar first down.
No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Crack all 80. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Lawrence. Thomas brings it in. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 20-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now Lawrence changing the play.
Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Lawrence going to fire it out wide, complete. Now 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 13-yard line.
Ready.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Jaguars take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Don't jump. Ready? Go.
Here's Fields. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Here we go. Angel. 58.
From the gun, here's Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Here we go, side. Blue 58, blue 58.
The 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31. They'll look to throw again. Now Fields going to run. Oh, that is incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Now Fields going to run. And there's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here we go. Hey.
Back to throw again. He'll try to pick it up himself. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth.
Blue 58, blue 58, right? Alpha, 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 alpha. Tonight.
Here's Fields. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jets try it, but the fourth down play doesn't work. And that will force a turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here we go. Set. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. 19 tight. 19 tight. Ready,
That'll be caught right side by Reed. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Bronco 80. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Mustang 19. Ready.
Now Lawrence to throw. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Brian Thomas, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Cam Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on fourth down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a fourth down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. They're going to go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. And 22 more yards there and another first down.
Well, still in the third quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. And with that, they're down to 1 remaining here in the second half.
Seven yards left for second down. Ball at the 10.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Here we go. No muss, no muss. 58, who's that?
Fields. He'll try and do this himself.
Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets.
Mason Taylor.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Jets are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Now Moody for the PAT.
And that'll cut the lead down now to 18.
Makes the score Jaguars 35, Jets 17.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
And he's got some space here. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
So they go pass, now they go run, and 2 plays resulting in really nice pickups.
Certainly sounds like a 50-50 deal, doesn't it? Sounds like great balance. Well, you know what all those coaches have told us over the years, Brandon, that balance is? It means doing what you want to, when you want to. That play calling is working very well for them right now.
Now Lawrence.
Wide open receiver complete.
And the Jags are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a 2nd time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play.
Get it! Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Go street.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Ready? Smash! 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready?
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Ready.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1.
Press all 80. Hey, Mosey, you see it, Mosey.
Oh, they're changing this at the line.
A 4th and short, had your offense out there. That one stings.
And you know something? Your options change dramatically. Not only is it tougher to go for it, but what if you decided just to line up and try and draw them off sides? If you did it on 4th and short, you could pick up the cheap 1st down. Now, you still won't get a 1st down even if you do exactly the same thing.
So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
10 at the 30-yard line.
Fields now to throw. Now he's going to step up and run.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage.
Here we go.
Well done.
No mas. 551.
To throw is Fields. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player in the field has to say to himself,
he's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown.
A 20-yard touchdown.
And the Jets have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
yeah, if you kept him out the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll get this off to ETN.
They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that'll make it second down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 9.
60 by 6, 60 by 6. Trap 60, trap 60.
Here's Lawrence.
He finds his man complete. It's Reed. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
Here we go, here we go. 19 Lions. Panther 11, Panther 11. Ready.
Here's Lawrence to throw. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And it'll be second down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Come on, come on.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Bashal Tootin.
14 yards.
And the Jaguars are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead.
Dambu Chituchuing.
Now the extra point.
For the extra point.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
The score, Jaguars 45, Jets 24. Cam Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you score once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Looking to throw. Fields.
UD line is special man.
They'll spot it at the 44.
A yard all they need.
No asterisk.
It's now 3rd down.
And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
A gain of 6.
No mas, no
And
mas.
the Jets, 1st down.
Operating from the gun, Fields. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Fields. Now Fields going to run. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So here's a 3rd and 14.
3rd down and 14.
Hey, Can I?
Operating from the gun. Fields. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
They snap it to Fields.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one.
Ready, set. 65, here we go, here we go. Go.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 40-yard line.
Here we go, set. Steady.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
45 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Liking 18.
Now it looks like he'll throw here.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Ready.
Lawrence will throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Reed. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but They'll take the 3, and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so that you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for Jacksonville, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll drop down to 1-3.
And they'll try for a better outcome next week as they head to D.C. to take on the Washington Commanders.
That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.